Oh, yes. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lorraine. Happy birthday to you. The one I'm most curious about is something that hasn't even been opened yet, because it said to be opened on Lorraine's birthday, and it's from Katie Foyt. And Katie is a friend of hers for how many years?
Oh, yes.
You probably, some of you heard the story about a friend of hers from college, Marie Carluccio. They went to school together, best friends. They had a falling out, and she didn't see this woman for years and years and years. And then she's wandering around the streets of San Francisco. Marie, after all those years, recognized this woman.
I think it was the eyebrows. Oh my God. You don't know her, but you can tell she's very sensitive. She said 70 is a beautiful milestone along the journey of life. First of all, what an accomplishment. Lorraine and I have been seeing many milestones coming up.
The woman from It's Beautiful who graduated with Lorraine from Pratt. She wrote, "Dear Lorraine, your Pratt yearbook seems to have gone the way of the butter dish." And what she's done is she's taken photos from your yearbook.
Oh my
And she
God.
sent them to you.
I don't even have my yearbook anymore.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Pilar, her oldest daughter's husband, Gary, and it's short and sweet. It says, "Lorraine, I wish Pilar and I could be there in person to wish you a happy 70th birthday. Please know we're with you in spirit. When I think of you, I will forever remember the joy of meeting you for the first time and the lovely time we shared chatting easily about art and teaching kids while strolling in the desert. You continue to be an inspiration to me. I'm a lucky fellow to have a mother-in-law like you. Number one, you helped us make the very best gingerbread house I've ever seen. Number two, You taught us the importance of healthy eating, and now I actually crave leafy greens like kale. Number 3, you always made me a homemade strawberry shortcake for my birthday. Number 4, you always encourage me to do what I love, not just what makes a lot of money. Number 5, to draw with my toes when I was in the hospital with a broken arm.
Oh, really?
Number 6, you always encouraged and praised my artistic abilities even when I felt insecure about having a mom and a sister who were great artists. And number 7, last, you stress the importance of doing what is right and honest and compassionate. I wish I could be there, but here's what I think about Lorraine. Lorraine, there's only one like you on this planet, and there'll never be another. You are the unique friend everyone would want and cherish and hold dear. May blessings continue to rain down on your life.
Nice.
We met at the Museum of Art, and yeah, so this is, it was going to be a poem, but I really didn't get that poetic, pentameter and whatever. So this is just a little memory that Bob and I and Tom, and I know Lorraine remembers. And I titled it, it's her words, but I titled it, copying from her, The Picnic from Hell. Okay.
Oh, that was memorable.
Here we go. I just need to go somewhere cooler. This heat is killing us, she said. So I said, yes, we'll go to the mountains with you. I'll make a shrimp salad and some cookies. What fun it'll be. Tom, with his big white van, kindly said, I'll drive. There's lots of room in my car. Off we went. Are you boys sure you know how to get there? Should we ask for directions? Oh, no, said the 2 males in the front seat. We'll find it. 2 hours later, there's the lake, we all cried. We found but where are any people? No boats on the water? We found a perfect table next to the shoreline, and we unloaded our delicious picnic. The wind's terrible, we all shouted as we struggled to cover our plates with the paper cloth. Oh yes, I had brought some tape to fasten it down. But when we opened all the food, it quickly became covered with blowing sand. And worst of all, the temperature was 104 at Lake Roosevelt or higher. Quickly we ate hard. What? Hot air is blowing out from the AC vents. The air conditioning is broken, we all decried. And we spent 3 hours, hotter than heck, on a ride back to our house. When we got to our house, we 4 literally ran straight to our pool and went up to our knees to cool off. This is literally what happened. It was a fun time, and we were doing it again in a heartbeat. We were doing it again in a heartbeat.
I kept looking for trees and
Yeah.
where are the trees? Where are the shade trees? Because I haven't
Yeah,
been
but she...
in Arizona very long. I go to lake, meadow.
Yeah, well, you
shade
were
trees.
out
That's what she
Why
thought it'd
didn't
be.
you go
I didn't
swimming,
know
you know?
either. I hadn't been up
Lake
there.
Roosevelt is not exactly the White Mountains.
No, she said the mountains, we saw the lake, we stopped. Oh, cool.
Possibly I had asked her to go through with her feng shui knowledge and discuss what it was that I needed to do to alter. That I had a problem with my house because it was all square angles. And I didn't have anything round. Now you'll notice she has a round table here, and then that's a round chair, and that's a round table. I didn't have any of that, so I had to go out and buy a lot of round pillows so that I could soften my house for that. But obviously, her feng shui did very well because I sold that house like that.
We met at my 60th birthday party, which was the surprise party.
I don't know how I was invited.
You were
if I
invited,
didn't
the
know
whole
you.
street was invited.
It was just because everybody on the street was invited.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
But that's it.
So we can always have-
All of my friends were always very impressed. We also often made our own piñatas, which we busted open after our usual pizza parties at V&T Pizzeria. Another funny but nice memory is that she is probably the only mom who made lunch for her high school kids every day in caps. She would make us very nutritious lunches with turkey and roast beef and carrot sticks almost every day, which many of my friends would be having lame peanut butter and jelly. Although at the time I did sometimes envy the friend who usually had fluffernutter. This is from Gene Miller, who couldn't be here. Some of you know him. His wife died of cancer.
Captain Miller.
And he said, "A very happy birthday to your lovely wife. I have no sage advice on getting older since the arrow of time points only one way. I would not have known either of you were it not for my lovely wife and the Tucson Museum of Art and the famous Canasta Group. I love her warmth, wry wit, compassion, and passion for and abilities in the fields of artistic expression and art history. A most talented lady. Her persona is well represented in the following two photos. I have one photo there of you and Kat.
Are you taking photos?
So, when we first moved here, the studio, or the, we called the guest suite, was really Lorraine's studio. And for many years, she taught classes up there. And Hans was one of her best students.
He did not need lessons. That's the truth. I think he came for the coffee clutch.
Thank you.
As a former student of Lorraine, my testimonial is as follows. Lorraine, a most amiable artist and teacher, brutally honest, demanding but forgiving, generously distributing her knowledge but never being pedantic or losing her temper while teaching the less talented students. You have to know that Italian families in Westchester County, they live together and they play together and they go to grandma's every Sunday. That's the bonding thing of Italian. I know exactly how you feel on your 70th birthday. As you know, I'll be celebrating mine on the 22nd. Our moms were probably in the hospital at the same time. You have the energy and personality of someone much younger. All we have to do is ask Tom. I think back to all those Sundays and holidays at Grandpa and Grandma Mara's house in Dobbs Ferry. My brothers Peter and Don and I would visit them almost every week along with you. We spent a lot of time playing on the front steps and of course eating those big Italian meals. I remember your father, the banker, giving me a silver dollar for my birthday. I still have most of them, believe it or not.
That's why he's so wealthy.
We miss you and look forward to seeing you in February. We're going to be down there in February. At some point you gave me a small pocket rose bush with little tiny roses. That little bush is now in our garden and it is growing.
Wow.
It always reminds me of you, so a part of you is still in Hilton Head and is flourishing.
Oh, that's sweet.
I don't remember when I met you, but Adele says that you met at a pool, swimming, and that makes sense.
Really?
And I think back, it was always comfortable with you two folks in the company. I digress a bit. Anyway, I'm wondering, do you remember how you two met?
Yeah, you know,
I know the story.
most everybody in the room probably knows the story that we've been on an elevator in Taipei. What you don't know is how many times I rode that damn elevator till I could find somebody to have lunch with me.
I hear that the first word she spoke was, "Shit, I missed my floor."
That's right. Right, that's exactly how we met. I heard this New York accent say, "Oh shit, I missed my floor." And I looked and I saw her, and she's an attractive woman, and I held off till I got to my floor. I held the door and I said, "Would you like to have lunch with me?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "What's your room number?" I got up to my room, I gave it a few minutes for her to get back down to her floor, and I said, "I'm the jerk from the elevator, and then you can change your mind." She said, "No, I've been over here for a couple of weeks, and I'm tired of talking to three interpreters. I'd really like to have lunch with you." So that's how we met. And then that was Sunday. And Wednesday, I asked her to go to Hong Kong with me. And she said, "What kind of woman do you think I am?" and Thursday she said, "Is the offer still open?"
I paid my own ticket.
That was how many years ago?
I don't know, 26, 27.
And she's the love of my life.
It's a pleasure knowing you. I think you should be really happy with the wonderful art that you've surrounded the house with. You can see it up, you can see it here. I hope that you have many more years here. Though I hear that you're trying to sell the place. I don't know.
The place, we may be here forever.
Well,
I mean,
that would not displease us,
No.
and
And I
many more of
accept-
us here would like to see you stay, I'm sure. Happy birthday.
Well, thank
All right.
I guess I should say something. I want to thank everybody for coming and sharing this. My husband had to talk me into it. And I realize, especially when you see all the people in one room, that I'm the fortunate one to have so many lovely people as friends. Because I know you all pretty well. I mean, not every little detail, but I know you in a very comfortable way. And I'm just happy that I could share this with you. And it makes me feel really good that I have this many people that I love. So, here you go.
And I want to thank Jody for doing such a good job.
Hey.